Welcome to Video Rental, your retro movie hub. Join us as we rewind through the iconic films of the 70s, 80s, and 90s gems. From cult classics to blockbuster hits and even some infamous flops. We're covering it all. So grab some popcorn, get cozy, and let's dive into the wonderful world of retro cinema together. How you guys doing this morning?
Yo, Adrian! I did it! We're all good.
All right. I think some of us just rolled out of bed.
Some of us need a little bit more caffeine to really get rolling.
Hey, I've been up since before 6 o'clock.
Sure, long enough to run some water over you. You're okay. It's all right.
All right, so on today's episode, we're going to be covering Rocky, 1976. Derrick, when was the first time you think you saw this movie?
This was definitely a TBS/TNT cable special.
Yeah.
I can definitely remember watching this on the TV during one of those Rocky marathons.
Oh, yeah.
Seemed like it happened pretty regularly. Usually around the 4th of July.
That's what I was about
there.
To say. Yeah, I felt like it was around.
It seemed like they would do a Rocky marathon.
Yeah.
And so it was a good opportunity to catch several of them in a row. Don't remember an exact time and place when I saw the first one. It just seemed like, Rocky was one of those movie series that was sort of ubiquitous. Mm-hmm. In the early 90s. It was kind of always on.
Yeah.
In some form.
Right.
One of the Rocky movies. So didn't really appreciate it for what it was until probably my early 20s when they started to release the Rocky set on DVD.
Right. Yeah.
And then I really sat down and enjoyed each one except for Rocky V. I think Rocky V was a little bit of a stumble there.
Yeah.
But
let's not talk about Rocky V. That one's just
shameless cash grab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doug, what about you? Well, first of all, how old were you in 1976?
One. I actually think the first one was one of the last ones I saw. It seemed like it was always 2 or 3 playing.
Yeah.
Definitely 4.
Rocky IV is the greatest, by the way.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I think 4 was the one that was playing the most.
And I never really saw the original until later on, like when you got more access to DVDs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then you really seen where the beginning of it.
Right.
Back then, you was like, usually kids watch, oh, they're fighting.
Yeah.
And anything else happened, you're like, you'd glaze over, like, what's this pet shop stuff? I don't know. Yeah.
I want to say, you know what? I honestly cannot even remember when I first saw it because, like you guys were mentioning, Rocky IV was kind of like a staple in our house, and I'm sure I've seen all of them because I do remember bits and pieces of all of them, but I honestly couldn't even tell you when I first saw this one. I mean, it was definitely on TV.
Yeah.
But 4, like I said, was a ongoing playlist in our house every year.
You would always find T2 on.
Yeah.
But never find the first one.
No.
It was always like Rocky. It was either 2, 3, or 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. All right. So I'm going to read the plot of the movie. A small-town Philadelphia boxer gets a surprisingly rare chance to fight the world heavyweight champion in a bout in which he strives to go the distance for his self-respect. Pretty much sums it up.
There you go.
Yeah.
Derrick, do you want to read us some vitals on the movie?
So the movie came to theaters December the 3rd, 1976. Remember when Christmas movies used to be a big deal? And now they're not.
Yeah.
No.
It's pretty much non-existent. Like, you knew the big movies were coming out starting around about Memorial Day weekend, and you get that summer lineup of blockbusters, and then you get, of course, Christmas right about maybe the week before Thanksgiving, they start rolling out the holiday lineup. That doesn't even exist anymore. So
Getting all the
imagine going
anticipation.
to the maybe a Christmas matinee or something.
Yeah.
On December 3rd, 1976. Wow.
Imagine how pumped up people were when they come out of the theater.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like right before Star Wars too.
Yeah. Yeah. Star Wars is going to come out the next spring.
Yeah.
Yeah. IMDb gives it an 8.1. That's criminally low, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Tomato meter, critic score, 93%. That's more like it.
Yeah.
That's where we want to see it. Audience score, 69%. What are people thinking
I was
out
actually pretty shocked by
there?
that.
That's quite a disparity. You almost got, a little over 30-point difference there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is crazy. The budget for this movie, $960,000.
Yeah, I've never wrote that 1,000 before on here.
Yeah, I mean, this is like an indie film, pretty much.
Yeah.
But the box office raked in over $117 million. Wow.
I think they made their money back.
Oh, they made their money back.
Not too
Yeah,
shabby.
definitely. And of course, we know this is the movie that put Sly Stallone on the map.
Yep.
Launched his career, never looked back. Runtime of 2 hours. And of course, at this time, its rating was PG. The movie, we know, spawned a series, 5 sequels, 3 spinoffs with the Creed trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen 2 of those 3 Creed movies. I don't think I've seen the latest
seen the
one
third one.
yet.
I don't think I saw the third
The last one I saw was where he fought Ivan Drago's son.
son. Yeah.
So
The first one was good.
Yeah.
I
go
enjoyed
back and
I
watch
enjoyed both of the Creed movies that I saw. Of the 5 in the Rocky series,
Mm-hmm.
you also got
Rocky Balboa.
Rocky Balboa in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
Love that. That's like a reboot. Of the 5 original, though, my favorite is Rocky 4.
Yeah.
It's got to be Ivan Drago battle because that's just
I would
so
say that'd be
80s.
like a universal.
And, for the longest time, I grew up thinking that Rocky pretty much put an end to the Cold War. It's most rewatchable, in my opinion, most quotable, most American. My goodness.
oh,
You got James Brown in there.
James Brown.
Living in America. Knock you out. So anyway, Rocky 4 is my favorite, although it's technically, like in terms of, ratings, it's not the best.
Yeah,
in
I
the
don't think it has
series.
very good scores.
It's not the best, but it's my favorite.
Yeah.
So-
When I think it's a lot of people's favorites, honestly.
yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if I don't guess Sly Stallone. When he set out writing and acting in Rocky 1, he had no idea this was going to spawn
No.
an entire
No.
series that's still going today.
And he had to beg.
Mm-hmm.
He had to beg and beg and beg to get people to even.
Yeah,
Yeah. Did you guys hear about that? It was during COVID. I was actually listening to a podcast about it. Apparently during COVID, he took Rocky 4, Stallone did, and re-edited it into like a director's cut. Have you guys heard about this?
I've not heard
No.
of that.
I'd watch it though.
Yeah, I think it might be like on Prime or something, or you can buy a physical copy of it. But I'm very curious to see what it's like because he only added 2 minutes to it, but things are shifted differently. Like certain things don't happen in certain areas, or certain things are cut that didn't need to be there, or whatever. But I need to try to
We
find.
get a
check it out.
softer, gentler Ivan Drago that we can relate to.
I must break you.
So one interesting thing, I'm sure we're going to talk about it too in the podcast. The feat of actually getting Rocky on the screen was itself an underdog story and a struggle. So the story behind the movie mirrors the story of the movie itself,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
which is what makes this even more endearing. But let's talk about awards here for just a minute. Nominated for 10 Oscars, and of course it won 3: Best Picture, Director, and Film Editing. So, big day for Sly.
Yeah.
The tagline, his whole life was a 1,000,000-to-1 shot. So even the tagline is going to capture the basic theme here, which this is the ultimate underdog story.
And even the poster is very simple. It's literally just Rocky and Adrian standing there, and it's black and white.
Yeah.
It's a big white poster. It's very simple.
It's funny, I don't think any of the other ones got like the Oscar buzz.
No.
That the first one did.
Rest of them just became popcorn. Going to theaters and seeing a popcorn movie.
By the way, if you want more background on the writing of Rocky and Sylvester Stallone, there's a great documentary on Netflix called Sly.
Yeah.
And it just tells like his upbringing and a lot of his journey into acting and his early years mostly.
He was living in his car when he tried to get Rocky going.
Yeah. So he literally sort of lived this Rocky dream before it happened. Of course, the cast. Let's talk about that. Sylvester Stallone, and there's no bigger name in the '80s than Sly. I mean, he was everywhere. You couldn't miss him. Of course, this was the movie that put him on the map. He did 5 other Rocky movies. Same time, he had Rambo going on. 3 of those Rambo movies. Also had Cobra. I'm not so much a fan of Cobra. I know you guys like Cobra.
It's definitely one of those like cheesy.
Oh, it's total cheese.
Cheesy popcorn. Movies of the 80s.
Then there's Over the Top, which I love. Love Over the Top
forever.
There's an awesome fan theory that the same truck that he drives in Over the Top appears in The Wizard.
Oh, I've heard that.
The 1990 basically Nintendo commercial with the Power Glove and Fred Savage.
Yeah.
I have to send you guys that video. If y'all are listening and you want to check that out, just go to YouTube and I'm sure you can find that fan theory video. It's pretty cool.
You dug out of somewhere.
Well, we haven't done Over the Top.
I know, but you would.
Over the Top is total cheese too, by the way. It's like 80s.
Dude, I love it.
I hadn't seen it in forever.
It's 80s goodness.
Probably been 30 years.
It's so ridiculous. But yeah, that's a Sly Stallone classic for sure. Also, Tango and Cash. Haven't seen that one in ages.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I'll just say it's fun. It's definitely goofball, but
Yeah.
it's fun.
Cliffhanger. I believe that came out in the early 90s.
Yeah.
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 That's another one I hadn't seen in forever. So,
Movie starts off, I think, with who dies? Somebody dies like in the first
One of the
2
agents
minutes.
dying.
Yeah.
John Lithgow's the big bad in that one.
And then Sly Stallone's career kind of starts to go wonky after that because then you get Demolition Man, which is, man, you go back and rewatch that one, it did not age well.
I don't care what you say, Derek. I love Demolition. I love
You don't know how to use the shells.
the 3 shells.
Demolition Man. Wow.
But yes,
Wesley Snipes.
Judge Dredd. Yeah,
The darkness.
Judge Dredd.
Ooh.
I have, we all have a mutual friend who will defend Judge Dredd to his dying breath. But Judge Dredd, yeah, that was tough. Copland, and of course, many more movies.
I watched Copland.
That was a different take for
Yeah.
him.
Well, I hadn't
He
seen
put on all that weight.
I
Yeah.
hadn't seen Copland in like probably 25 years, and I watched it a couple years ago. It was okay. I mean,
Yeah, he was
it
trying to
wasn't
do
bad.
something.
It was just okay.
It was like a drama club wrote the script
Well,
or something. I don't know.
It was weird because he had a gut. They had him to gain weight for the gut, but then he still had big muscle arms.
Yeah.
So
he
he
was
just
trying to
looked
play
weird.
somebody that got bullied.
I'll tell you what was not good during that period was Sylvester Stallone tried to do comedy. Remember that one
Stop
movie?
Him,
Stop or my mom will shoot. Oh,
Oscar. Oh, it was bad.
Oscar.
Yeah, see, the fact that you can't remember it tells you how bad it was. Yeah, he did this movie called Oscar where he was like a gangster, but it was comedy. It was not good. Now, what is good that Sly Stallone has done recently is Tulsa King.
Yeah.
Awesome show.
That's a really, really cool show, and I won't spoil it for you, but go watch that on. I think it's Paramount Plus.
I was just
Good
scrolling on Prime.
One of them Taylor Sheridan events.
Yeah. I was scrolling on Prime and I saw a movie that I've never even heard of his. It's called I See You. Apparently it was in the early 2000s.
I did see that. That was where the
took place like in the Arctic or something.
what? He's a cop, a FBI agent.
Yeah, cop or FBI agent. He's investigating a murder like in a drug lab or something.
And I can't remember
I never even heard
he
it.
writes "I see you" on the eyelids every time he kills somebody. It's weird. I can't remember exactly.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is even more baffling is how has Sly Stallone not appeared in the MCU in some way?
He has.
He has?
He was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. I've totally forgot about that.
He's the
Oh, yeah.
boss of the what's the name of the? Oh,
It was the
It's a deep cut.
yeah,
He was only in there for like maybe 10 minutes or something, but yeah, it was in part 2, I think.
yeah. Part 2.
It's the group that Star-Lord came from, the Ravages.
Ravagers.
There you go.
He was like the leader
He was
of
the
it.
leader of
Yeah. Man, I forgot about that.
And he
Is it
gave-
Guardians 1?
2.
it.
2.
And he
Okay.
gave Yondu
It's been a
the
while.
big send off for his funeral in space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. It was shocking to all of a sudden see Stallone walking up.
So he has been in the MCU.
Yeah,
And then, of course, we got the Expendables.
Oh,
I will say when I first saw him, which I was a lot younger, I didn't really care for him.
I knew he was going to say.
But I need to go back and watch him though. I need to go back and watch him.
How many Expendables are there now?
5, 6.
I think it's 5. I know for sure 4.
There's 5, yeah.
They were doing. I thought it was cool because they were trying to recapture that '80s men just
Machismo.
Machismo, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.
What's the one that had Van Damme in it? Was that part 2 or
He's
3?
been in a couple of them.
Well, he remember he was the villain in part 2. And I think that's the one I saw. And I felt like that one was pretty
I
good.
think part 3's one has Chuck Norris in it.
Yeah. Well, Arnold makes an appearance.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Chuck Norris. Wow.
Yeah, that was shocking. I actually literally just saw an article this morning. Apparently, he climbed a volcano mount, like a dead volcano mountain, like the week before he died.
What a beast.
So,
Also,
Memes
in
will
the
live.
cast, after that long tirade there on Sylvester Stallone, Talia Shire, starring across Rocky as his love interest in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then, she was in the Godfather movies and, of course, the Rocky movies, later on playing his wife.
I think she kind of just did a lot of TV.
Yeah,
After
didn't
that.
really see her much after that.
Yeah.
We've got good old Burt Young as Paulie. He was in Chinatown, the Rocky movies, Back to School. And then Carl Weathers, another R.I.P.
Yeah.
Yeah, playing the immortal Apollo Creed. You're also going to remember him in Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Predator, which we've also reviewed on this podcast. If you haven't
Our
listened,
very first episode.
please go back and check that out. Action Jackson. Happy Gilmore.
Not was it Happy?
What?
Who played Happy Gilmore? What was his name?
Adam Sandler?
Adam
No,
Sandler.
no, not Adam Sandler. Carl Weathers, the guy we're talking about.
Oh,
You asking what's his name in the movie?
Yeah,
He's the
character
He's
name.
the instructor.
he's got the one hand.
Yeah,
Alligator.
the alligator. Yeah,
yeah, I can't think of it.
and of course he was in the Mandalorian,
Mm-hmm.
playing the one of the good guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the Mandalorian series. And then his role as Apollo Creed obviously is based off Muhammad Ali, the braggadocious, arrogant showman.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, those Star and Stripe shorts that he sports, man, that's tough to beat right there.
You know, he was a football player before he became an actor.
Yeah.
He
So-
and he takes he takes charge of whenever he's on the screen. He's in command of it. I don't think they could have got somebody at that time to play a boxer in that era as a champion. Could you imagine somebody else?
I mean, and in the movie, he's not really a villain. He's not really a bad guy. Like, you don't hate him.
No.
But
I mean,
you're rooting for Rocky the whole time,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yes, definitely.
But
He's got that businessman vibe.
yeah. So his character is interesting in that, he, like you said, he understands the money making aspect of the business. So he's kind of like Muhammad Ali and Don King sort of rolled into his character.
Don King. I haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah. And so he really carved out a great resume there and had a great career. Burgess Meredith. What a role. He plays Rocky's trainer in the movies. And then, of course, he was also in the Batman, original Batman, 66.
He was the Penguin.
Yep. Clash of the Titans. There's another one. A lot of good claymation in that
From the
one.
way back, yeah.
He's in the Twilight Zone movie. Santa Claus. G.I. Joe. Grumpy Old Men 1 and 2.
That's probably where I was first introduced to him was Grumpy Old Men.
Really?
Yeah. I love those movies.
We're going to have you eating nails.
I eat a pound of bacon every morning.
Yeah, I mean, Burgess Meredith, he's this is such a great role for him.
Yeah.
And what's awesome as the series goes on, the relationship that developed between Mickey and Rocky. There's a real love there, almost like he's a father figure to Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
And
I want to say he was he was actually the biggest star in the first movie.
yeah, and spoiler alert, later on when Mickey dies,
In 3, yeah.
that's a big deal, man. That's a tearjerker right there.
Because he dies ringside, right? Is it ringside?
No, I think
can't remember.
They haul him off ringside, and he sees him, but he don't die. The Rocky gets back there to him.
Apollo Creed dies.
Yeah.
Literally in the ring.
In the ring,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, screenplay, of course, written by Sly Stallone himself.
And
Which
this is
is-
everything that he's wrote. That's the reason I listen to all that stuff.
So he wrote not only this one, but Rocky 2, 3, 4, and 5. Rambo movies. Of course, the original Rambo was a novel
Yeah.
that was then turned into a screenplay. Staying Alive. He also wrote Rhinestone, Over the Top, Cliffhanger, the Expendable movies, and he has a lot of writing chops in the Tulsa King series.
I didn't know he wrote Rhinestone.
Yeah, I think that's why it's so bad.
So
It's so bad it's good, though.
I hadn't seen it in forever though.
obviously he's got some great hits there and some real forgettable blunders. But you think about what he did in writing this, directing this, starring in this.
Getting it made, yeah.
I mean, he is literally the force
Yeah.
behind Rocky. He is Rocky.
Yeah.
Well, I think the thing with Stallone is like it seems like he's an amazing writer, but then when he was going through his coke-filled, being very full of himself days, that's when his writing
it got to him. The
yeah.
life
Really
got
went
to
down.
him. Yeah.
Which tends to happen when cocaine enters the picture.
Yeah.
That's Van Damme.
The movie is produced by Robert Chartoff, Gene Kirkwood, and Irwin Winkler. Music by Bill Conti. And that theme, Gonna Fly Now. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, come on. Who hasn't
Everybody's heard that.
put
You've
that
never seen the
on
movies,
blast?
You've heard that.
That's a great one. And then Bill Conti also did the movies also did the music for Rocky 2, 3, And 5, James Bond, Your Eyes Only. The Karate Kid did the music for that. And then American Gladiators. Dun, 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 dun. There's also a great Netflix documentary on American
Great
Gladiators.
TV show. Great.
Man, it would be awesome if they could bring that one back. And Bill Conti did the music for Rocky Balboa. Of course, another piece of music that we have to recognize in the Rocky series is Survivor.
Oh,
Eye of the Tiger.
yeah.
Come on. I mean, if that doesn't get your blood moving and make you want to beat some meat carcasses and run around and shed 40 pounds, come on.
I wonder if I don't think that movie was specifically written for. Was it written for this?
The Eye of the Tiger movie?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I remember Sly. He would have specific songs written for specific movies.
Well, they came back. Survivor came
Because
back
of
and
this.
wrote the theme for Rocky 4 as well. There's a song.
Yeah. Oh, when
Well,
he's driving in
The montage scene where he's like training in Siberia.
Yes.
That's Survivor right there, man. But here you had a perfect marriage of like 80s goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know it's before the 80s, but that Eye of the Tiger song, was huge all through the Rocky series in the 80s and so on.
Yeah.
Great song, great lyrics. It's written. You read the lyrics to the song, you can tell like this was written for the movie. And if it wasn't, wow.
It was like a perfect marriage.
Yeah.
You imagine how many people run to this day to this song?
Oh, yeah.
That's like,
I mean, when that song comes on in your gym, you're instantly putting more plates on the bench press. Studies show that, young boys who listen to that movie have more testosterone in their body.
that's right. You can
It's
lift
scientific, man.
90 more pounds instantly just putting this song.
Put the song on.
The movie was filmed in Los Angeles and is a love letter to Philly. And I've been to Philly.
Yeah,
And
too.
it's a pretty dirty city. It's what you'd expect. It's your northeastern city. I've ran up the steps of the
you
art
did that?
museum. I've been to the Rocky statue. Nobody cares about the art museum. All people want to do is go there and run up the stairs.
I think when we went there, we were actually going there for like a convention.
Yeah.
And the whole city was full of construction. So like we didn't get to do a lot in the city because it was just full on construction on every single road, and so we just kind of stuck to the convention area.
So
Did you do the pose? Did you do
Oh, yeah. The thing is, when you go to the art museum, people from around the world are there running up the stairs, filming themselves, taking pictures. I went in the early 2000s because I was actually in the area for a friend's wedding. And so we had a day where we could go and travel. And so we went into Philly. And that was the top of my list. I was like, we got to go to check out the Rocky stuff.
Yeah.
But it shows you the power of this movie. Like, you get there, nobody is going into the art museum. Everybody is outside running up the stairs taking pictures of themselves.
Did you go in?
And there's like, no, I didn't care about looking at art. Like, I wanted to be Rocky. So I remember distinctly there's like people from Europe. There's like the Japanese tourists. There's just groups of people. And they want to get their picture taken beside the Rocky. There's a statue that's there. It's like a big bronze.
Haven't they moved it
Statue.
since then?
I could have sworn I heard they've moved it now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this movie is just as much about Philly as it is about, the city itself is a character in a way. So,
Yeah, I think all the Los Angeles shots, that was like the indoor stuff.
yeah.
Everything they filmed indoors. Like, because I think even like the arena where they have the fight, the gym, and even the ice skating ring, I think those were all in L.A. where they filmed those. But everything else outside was filmed in Philadelphia.
And wasn't there like a lot of it filmed like guerrilla style? Like,
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that shoestring budget.
Yeah.
Shoestring.
Production company Shartoff Winkler Productions, directed by John G. Avildsen. also known for the Karate Kid series, Lean on Me, and Rocky V. Let's talk about trivia for just a moment. Sylvester Stallone and Carl Weathers suffered injuries during the shooting of the final fight. Stallone suffered bruised ribs, and Weathers suffered a damaged nose, the opposite injuries of what their characters had. Pretty interesting. So you watch that final fight scene, they're going at it, man.
Yeah.
That tells
Doing their own stunts.
That tells you the time period of this movie. Because today that wouldn't
Oh, no.
happen.
No.
But back then,
The budget, like, they're not going to be able to hire somebody to step in. And
Well, ain't Rocky like famously told all in the final fight? He tells people to really hit him.
Really,
Yeah.
Well, especially in Rocky IV, Drago was like really punching.
Oh, he almost killed him.
Yeah, yeah.
well, that's what makes these movies hold up.
Yeah.
It has that feeling of realism as you watch. This is real sweat.
Yeah.
You know, they're really hitting each other to a certain degree, and you feel it.
Yeah.
Those fight scenes are great. Most of the scenes of Rocky jogging through Philadelphia were shot guerrilla style. No permits, no equipment, and no extras. The shot where he runs past the moored boat, for example, the crew were simply driving by the docks, and John G. Avildsen saw the boat and thought it would make a good visual, so he had Sly simply get out of the van and run along the quays while Avildsen himself filmed from the side door. There you go.
Isn't that
Improv. A similar story concerns the famous shot of Rocky jogging through the food market.
Yeah.
As he runs, the stall keepers and the people on the sidewalks can clearly be seen looking at him in bemusement. While this works in the context of the film to suggest they're looking at Rocky, in reality, they had no idea why this man was running up and down the
Nobody
road
knew who he
being
was.
filmed from a van. You got to keep in mind at this time, nobody knew who Sylvester Stallone was, so...
No.
They probably was like, that's that homeless guy.
Well, and they probably didn't see very many movies filmed in Philadelphia back then, anyways.
No.
During the scene that we just mentioned, the famous shot where the stall owner throws Rocky an orange is completely improvised by the stall owner, who had no idea that a movie was being filmed and that he would be in it. How about that? That's awesome. The ice rink scene where they start to fall in love. That was originally written to feature 300 extras, but the production couldn't afford so many people. And so when Sylvester Stallone turned up to shoot the scene, to his horror, there were only one extra. So Stallone hastily threw together the scene as it exists in the completed film, and it works so well. They're on that empty rink. That's an awesome, iconic moment in the movie, and
yeah. Well,
it's
and
much better.
I think it works so well because especially how Adrian is, how shy
Yeah.
she is. So I don't feel like it would have worked if there was dozens and dozens of people ice
It's
skating.
a Zamboni dude.
Yeah. And of course, that's probably one of the most famous scenes from the movie.
All right. Thanks, Derek. Doug, no, you said you don't have your glasses, but you want to read us some reviews on this movie?
Let's make it happen. I need to let Eye of the Tiger play in my head. All right. 4 out of 10. It's a good movie if you already think it's a good movie. All right. April 10th, 2023. Maybe I came in with expectations that were too high, but I was not blown away by Best Picture winner. The pacing is slow, most of the script felt out of place, and most of the characters felt dislikable. However, I acknowledge the movie's influence and that its approach to sports movies has inspired other fantastic films. I think this movie has unfortunately been overshadowed by what has come after it. I think those wanting to know more about the movie and movie history should watch it, but only those already in love with it will come to find it inspiring. I mean, there's parts that I agree with. Definitely like Rocky 3 and 4 and 2 overshadowed 1.
Well, and I think that's also a lot of the problem. People will go back to these Rocky movies and watch the most popular one, and then try to go like let's say everybody's talking about 4, and then they're like, hey, I'm gonna go back and watch the first one, and then they're just gonna like hate it because it doesn't have the same pacing as the rest of them. Because 4 they really went up in the air.
Oh, there's a lot of
compared to the
budget
first
now.
one. Yeah,
Yeah, they spend so much time in Rocky 1 establishing the character.
Yeah.
And doing the lead up to the fight. The fight is the climax whereas this one, is so much about showing you who Rocky is as a person and the love interest.
Yeah.
And so I think that's why people might be thrown off by it. It's a lot more character exposition.
Well, and I'm just sorry. Let me say this, and also, when we watched all the movies back in the day, we had no choice to watch whatever was on.
Yeah.
Now today, I suggest people go watch the first movie of whatever series you're interested in. Go watch the first movie. Don't go watch the most popular one. Watch the first movie because you're just going to be. I mean, it's just how it works. It's just like watching the first Star Wars movie. The tone of the first Star Wars movie is totally different than Empire and Return.
Well, like you need the exposition from one to know.
This is the origin story.
Yeah,
Yes.
watch the first one.
Let's see what this guy thinks. 8 out of 10. I should have watched it sooner. November 9th, 2021. I can see why this movie gets a lot of praise because it is truly a good movie. I like the plot very much. It kept me really intrigued till the end. Maybe there's a few stuff in the movie that unrealistic, like how the fight played out. I didn't write this.
Yeah, just keep going.
But that didn't matter for me as I found the story about a struggling boxer, excuse me, and his struggle in life very compelling. I'm not a fan of watching older movies, but I regret not watching this sooner. I would definitely recommend this movie to anyone. Oh, I'm going to tell
So
this.
basically the opposite of what the first person said.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Well, this next one's going to be
Just
fun.
wait,
I can
Derrick.
already tell you. 1 out of 10. Bah.
Gosh.
Is that their
are these
is that their name? I Want a Swedish Girlfriend. Is that?
Yep.
Okay.
That tells you everything you need to know right there.
April 25th.
He's dating a blow up.
24. Or he really likes Swedish fish for candy.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think anybody really likes that candy.
no.
Kind of like Peeps.
Yeah.
Here we go, peeps.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
For me, the Rocky franchise falls under the sheep movies. It's obviously bad. There's nothing you ever want to remember from this mess. And yet many people go. This movie is great.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I speak.
I don't know why. I know they don't actually like that movie.
English. Read it left to right. Take Tylenol for headaches. Midol for cramps.
It's so bad. I suspect they like nothing in this world. Everything now and then they go, this movie is
I think you just reread the same one.
Just go ahead and play the soundbite. This is the dumbest thing ever. We're
What
all
you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
dude.
I Want a Swedish Girlfriend. You are canceled, sir. This is terrible.
Just go to the next one.
It is not Rocky. All Men in Black movies are obviously bad. The editing team did not call it night until every last scene was repelling. And viewers' sheep go by. Avengers Endgame is in the same shelf.
Wow.
Only that Avengers franchise hadn't always been bad. Why? Why did you make me read that?
I don't think some people understand the premises of a low budget movie.
Yeah.
You do what you can do.
Well, this is obviously somebody born in the era of, $1 billion budgets.
Never
Yeah.
underestimate the stupidity of the internet.
I mean, I'd like to see what you could do with only $900,000 trying to make a movie.
Well, we're making a movie right now.
That's true. All right, what else you got, Doug?
Let's see. 10 out of 10. The fact that Rocky isn't on top 250 is kind of sad.
It is now. Like on IMDb, it's 214.
Oh, it made it to the list?
Yeah.
Well, this was from 2002.
Yeah.
From Bun 44. Rocky is one of two great boxing movies. Only Raging Bull challenges Rocky as the greatest boxing movie of all time. Not only is there great action inside the ring, the story and drama outside the ring makes for a movie worth watching over and over again. There is no doubt in my mind it should be at least in the top 25. Well, the fact that he's comparing it to Raging Bull says something more about his age.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
I wouldn't put Raging Bull in the same category as
I will admit I've never seen Raging Bull.
it's
Raging Bull doesn't have the mass appeal as Rocky.
no, no.
Because that was early.
That was
early
that
Dominican,
was
right?
was it late 60s maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what Mr. Ebert, the professional, has to say. Rocky is a powerful film that transcends its cliched story with a strong hero and stellar performances. Sylvester Stallone shines as Rocky, a lovable underdog boxer who gets a shot at the championship. The film's emotional depth, gritty atmosphere, and memorable characters like Talia Shire, Adrian, and Burgess Meredith's trainer make it a classic. Director John Avildsen's visuals isolate Rocky, making his journey feel epic. The iconic training montage and the final fight scene are masterfully crafted, leaving viewers emotionally invested and drained. Stallone's conviction and talent make Rocky unforgettable hero. 4 out of 4 stars. Wow.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a positive review.
Well, thanks, Doug. We all know most of those people are wrong, and
thanks,
some of them are
Internet.
right. All right, let's move on to our scene by scene. Scene 1. Rocky Balboa wins a boxing match and visits Adrian at the pet shop the next morning. At the docks, he threatens a man who owes Guzzo. Is it Guzzo? I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
$200, but he only has $130. Guzzo scolds Rocky for being lenient. Mickey bags Rocky's locker, and Paulie invites him over for Thanksgiving.
Oh.
So I love the way the movie begins with Rocky's he's just an enforcer
Yeah.
for like the mob or whatever gang is running that neighborhood.
Yeah.
He's really not going anywhere in life. He has dreams and aspirations of being something greater, but he's kind of stuck
Yeah.
in this place where he's just living on the street and barely scraping by. And so that's the way you're introduced to Rocky is this guy who has great potential, but is just raw, and he has nobody to shape him or direct him. And that's where Mickey steps in.
Well, and I think it also goes back to that he, because it shows him in that ring in that kind of that first scene,
Yeah.
and it does seem like he could be a good boxer, but at the same time, it's almost like he doesn't have the
drive.
What?
He doesn't have the eye of the tiger yet.
Well, no, that's not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say like maybe he doesn't think he's good enough to be higher up. So this is where he just
Confidence.
thinks he needs to stay. Yeah, we'll say confidence. Yeah. So he just kind of feels like he needs to stay in the lower ends, just making $50 here, $50 there.
Yeah, does what he has to do to survive.
Yeah.
And he stays optimistic about it.
He still wants to box, but just he never thinks he can go higher. Than where he's at.
Let's talk about something that is dating this movie. A pet store. Pet stores, they don't exist today like
No.
they used to. And, I remember
we had one in the mall.
going into the mall, Pet Love.
That
And then there
mall
was
sucked.
another one. Can't remember the name
I'm
of
pretty
it.
sure
But
wasn't there one in the Biltmore Square Mall too?
yeah, there was for a
I
while.
remember going to the aquarium part and looking at the fish.
Yeah. But that's where he and Adrian meet, in that pet shop. And that's where you're introduced to her. And she's just this terribly shy girl.
And it also doesn't
Introvert.
help that Polly puts her down all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And just pretty much tells her she's nothing, and that doesn't help either.
Yeah. But from the very get-go of this movie, it's raw and it's real. These are regular people.
Regular old people, yeah.
Yeah. And that's why this movie is so relatable. It's because it's not polished. It's on the street. These are people that you see every day. Mm-hmm. Rocky is a guy that you can identify with.
Yeah.
And you're drawn in instantly. And in the first, few minutes, the movie does its job, because you can say, oh yeah, this is a character I can understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, I like the way they filmed the first. It looked like it was like the 20s or 30s in there. The way it was set up with you saw the old school banners from I think wasn't Rocky Marciano?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like his heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
of his
they
heroes.
both had just drab. It was all drab looking. I'm sure it was really like dirty, and it was like the bottom end of boxing. This is like the alley version of boxing.
Yeah. Well, and it's probably how Philadelphia looked back then.
Yeah.
I'm sure they've probably cleaned it up now. Things have gotten a little bit better, but that's probably how it looked back then. I mean, it's just like I've never been to New York City, but I've always heard like 70s and 80s New York City was just garbage because it was so just nasty, crime ridden. Just
I heard it hadn't
worse.
changed much.
Well, I've heard
Probably
it's
heading that way again.
That's true. But I have heard they've cleaned up things a lot, but I'm saying like 70s and 80s was like the worst time, seems like, for the bigger cities. Just like
A lot of urban decay.
Yeah. I thought, and something else to Derrick's point, when after the fight, both the guys are in the locker room, and they're just kind of trying to relax, and then the promoter comes in and gives them, their money. You're like, it's just.
Well, it's nothing personal. They're there to box each other,
Yeah.
make a little bit of money, and
Yeah.
it's like a job. It's a job to them.
Rocky even checked on the guy.
Yeah.
After the fact.
And we talked about earlier how Apollo Creed isn't really the villain in the movie. He's a character foil for sure, but really the most unlikable character in the movie is Paulie.
Paulie.
Yeah.
The
Everybody-
guy's a slob.
I
He's
mean-
drunk.
He's an a-hole.
He's mean to his sister.
He's so
Like,
mean.
there's really nothing
Well,
redeeming about him.
There's got to be people out there that say,
I got an uncle like that.
They-
they're watching this and be like, I got somebody in my
they
family
want to say,
like
how
Paulie.
come Rocky didn't turn around and punch Paulie in the face from the very beginning?
The only thing that makes Paulie a compelling character is, as the movie goes on and as the series develops, he really learns to love Rocky and respect him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see that sort of change take place in him. But other than that, he's kind of just like a slob.
Well, it's like, I don't even know what scene it's in now. It might be like scene 4 or whatever, but it's where, I think it's during Christmas time. Paulie comes home. He's drunk. Rocky and Adrian are literally just sitting there,
Sitting on the couch.
sitting
Yeah.
on the
goes
couch,
crazy.
watching TV, and he is drunk, and he's so mad at Rocky because Rocky doesn't hire him or whatever it is to get him to help him
He
train.
wanted him to get him. He wanted Guzzo's.
Yes, he wanted him to
He
work
wanted to
for
be the
Guzzo.
leg breaker.
Yeah. And he's so mad at him, and so he just starts yelling at them, and then he just starts destroying the house.
Yeah.
And you going back to, you were talking about why doesn't Rocky do anything? I think again, Rocky is one of those like gentle giants.
Oh yeah, he absolutely knows this is Adrian's brother.
Yeah,
How does this affect her? You know, that went through his mind.
Yeah.
yeah,
Rocky's character is kind of goes against the grain of what you would normally think of for a boxer.
Yeah.
I mean, he's tough, no doubt, when he needs to be, but really he's compassionate.
yeah.
And he sees beauty in Adrian that she doesn't see in herself. So he's a good study of human character.
Well, he's got those turtles. He's like
You hear him talking to
That's
them
his
turtles,
pets.
which he still owns to this day.
Yeah,
Really?
Those
He's-
turtles.
yeah.
are
I didn't
still-
know
He
that.
still owns
Yeah,
them
they're
turtles.
still alive. Well, and the dog that she eventually gets for him,
Bupkis.
that was his dog.
Cool.
Like for
That's
like
a
for
cool
real.
detail.
They had to do a lot of things in this movie to
Yeah,
make things
he
happen.
just brought his dog in. We need a pet. I got one.
I mean, half those clothes were probably were his anyways. So
wouldn't that be funny if the famous sweatpants and sweatshirt that Mickey always gave him a hard time about
Oh, yeah. So grungy.
had his hand in the hole? Like, why are you wearing this? It stinks.
You bum. You bum. You look like a bum.
well, okay. So we go into the gym, and we see him train Mickey training all these people, or this one
Younger
guy,
guys.
and then you see all these guys like practicing everything, and then is this the scene where we see? Let's see. It may not be the scene.
He goes in and
trying to
forgets. He thinks he forgot his combination.
Oh yeah, and he pulls it out of his hat. He has
Yeah.
a little sheet of paper in his hat. I was trying to think of the scene where he finally tells Rocky why he won't train him, but I think that maybe that's later on in the movie.
Well, they get into it several times.
Or he's asking Rocky why he won't go the distance, and I think Rocky tells him like he doesn't think he's.
Well, Mickey's mad at him because of his. But he's got back into the leg breaking, or what they
Right.
call it, or a knee breaker. Ain't that what they call him, a knee breaker?
Yeah.
But Mickey wants him to invest himself more, throw himself into the fighting, because Mickey can see the potential, but he's gave up on him because Rocky wasn't going to do it. He just kind of give up.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and so this is where we kind of see Derrick, what you were talking about of Rocky being like you said, a leg breaker, and he's lenient on the guy. He won't break because he's literally supposed to like break his hands or something.
Yeah, he
like
tells
that.
him, I'm supposed to break a couple of your fingers.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't have it. I only have $130. He's like, all right.
Yeah.
Get out of here. and Guzzo kind of scolds him about it, saying, "Man, you got to stop being so lenient on these people. What that kind of makes me look bad when you're not going, fully fulfilling what I'm telling these people that I need their money."
And it's a completely, if you think about it, Guzzo is almost a mirror image of Apollo Creed. They're both businessmen, just like different ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
And he's not trying to be mean. He's just what he says. He said, "I give people a service."
Yeah.
He loans them money, and it's up to Rocky to make sure they pay it back.
In a weird way, it's almost like Guzzo actually like kind of cares about Rocky.
Oh yeah,
Like,
you can see it. Yeah,
in a
he comes
weird
to his
way,
fights and everything. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know it's later on, but he even gives him the money to help train to get him trained and stuff.
Yeah, because he don't want him working.
Yeah.
He wants him to focus on his trauning.
Yeah. So I thought that was really cool.
And I think a lot of that, both of them had the pride in Philadelphia.
Yeah. So Paulie invites him over for Thanksgiving, and this is kind of where things go
Invites
up
him
in
over
the
for
air.
dinner. Yeah,
because
because Paulie tells Rocky that she wants him to come over.
yeah. Well, and he's trying to get Rocky to take her out for Thanksgiving, and she's like, "I've got a turkey in the oven," and that's when he takes the turkey and literally throws it outside. He's like,
Yeah.
"No, you don't. Now you don't have a turkey." He said that just goes to the start of him being an a-hole in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Well, do you guys want to move on to scene 2? You got anything else?
Sure.
Okay. Scene 2, we meet Apollo Creed, the world heavyweight champion. He gets an idea to fight a local man, the Italian Stallion versus Apollo Creed. Rocky takes Adrian out on the town to the skate rink. Rocky tells Adrian about his fights. Adrian and Rocky kiss for the first time.
So we sort of talked a little bit about Apollo Creed's character, how it's based off Muhammad Ali
Yeah.
and Don King. But at this point in the movie, he's also kind of stuck.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's done all there is to do in the boxing world, and he needs a new idea. He needs a new refresh on his career.
You don't have the draw anymore.
So
Yeah, we have that whole scene of him with his like boxing man or his business manager,
Yeah.
his trainer, like in that office. And this is kind of where he comes up with an idea of him versus, you know, he represents America.
Mm-hmm.
And and then what is it?
He's going to give a
wants to fight the
nobody.
underdog.
Yeah.
He's like, we're going to find some nobody.
Yeah.
Really, if you think about it, Apollo Creed and Rocky are kind of similar in a lot of ways. Then they need each other.
Yeah.
And they bring the best out of each other
Yeah.
later on as the series develops. But it is the way the movie starts. They're kind of both stuck in this place in life where, yeah, they're on opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
One has achieved success, but yet I've got to the top of the mountain, and what do I do now?
And you see Apollo, and he's with what, 3-piece suit,
Yeah.
cufflinks.
He's not really happy where he is. I don't think internally he needs that drive. He needs that fight. Rocky, on the other end, you know, he wants to climb the mountain. He just hasn't the motivation or the guidance, or maybe
There's nobody to push him.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly right. And so you see these two lives come together, and they bring the best out of each other, I think.
I thought it was kind of funny in that one scene. You know, of course, this is in the 70s, way pre-internet. But I thought it was funny. They were looking up boxers in actual books.
Yeah.
Like trying to find just whoever. I guess it's everybody that's like registered with the league or whatever. And that's how they find Rocky Balboa, and his what is his stage name is Italian Stallion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's what draws Creed in.
Loves it.
Yeah, because he's a showman.
Yeah. He's like an American versus the Italian Stallion.
Mm-hmm.
American a white American from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
It writes itself. I think he says that.
Yeah, I think that's what he says. Yeah. So I thought it was just a really cool scene. There's just him flipping through books and like, you know, and then this is kind of where we see the scene where finally Adrian goes out. With Rocky to the ice rink.
Yeah. And we mentioned earlier how that scene is so much more poignant because they're alone on that ice rink together. You know, it seems like if that was a crowded scene, I don't know, it would just lose its power for some reason because they would be sort of lost in this crowd. But
well, and I feel like it makes more sense that it was closed because the fact that it is Thanksgiving. I know it's in a big city. Some things may not close on Thanksgiving, but back then everything
closed.
Yeah. But I do like the fact that there wasn't anybody there. I like the fact that he was kind of like not necessarily arguing with the guy on the what's it called,
Zamboni,
but he was like, all right. $50 for what is it? 3 minutes or 7 minutes? I think it's what it is.
Yeah.
Like $50 for 7 minutes, and I love the fact that
doesn't he tell him that something's wrong with her?
I think she's dying or something, or maybe she is. Yeah, I think he does. Now that you say that,
yeah,
she's she's been in the hospital a lot, and I just thought I want to take her.
This really cheers her up getting her on the ice. You know?
I forgot about that. Well, I love the fact that when they're finally skating. You can hear the guy yelling, 6 minutes.
He's counting down.
5 minutes. And but Rocky is not even paying attention to it.
He just keeps looking back. Okay.
So
4 minutes.
This is where you also see kind of their pairing this is an odd couple.
Yeah.
She's so painfully shy, has no self-confidence, completely beat down in life. And And Rocky's kind of the opposite of that. He's outgoing. He does all the talking.
Talks
Yeah.
to everybody.
You know, everybody knows who he is in the community because he's so active, and you know, he's kind of like a local high school hero, you might say.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, every time he's walking on the streets, like, "Hey, Rocky!
Yeah.
Hey, Rocky!" You know, everybody knows
Hey,
him.
Rock. Yeah.
So it's an odd pairing, and it just works.
Yeah.
You know, they say opposites attract, but for some reason, this painfully shy girl, and he's taking an interest in her to try and bring her out of that pit that she's in. I mean, that's a beautiful thing to watch.
Well, and I think if I got this right, he's like telling her about like all his fights, and then she's like, "Why do you do this stuff?" And then he's like, "This is just pretty much like kind of what I know to do. I love boxing." And
Yeah. It's like talking about work. You go home, he's just talking about work.
yeah.
And I think she says maybe 3 or 4 words the entire time. He's been talking, and she says, "Oh, I like to hear you talk."
So, and this is where after they leave the skating rink, they're walking on the street, and he goes back to their apartment, and he's like, "Won't you come up?" And she's like, "No, I'm gonna go home." And he's like, "Come on!" And I can't remember what he says exactly to get her up there, but whatever it was, and so she goes up there, and
His apartment is an absolute dump.
yeah,
I think he brings
Well-
up the turtles. I think he tells him he
yeah.
wants her to come check the turtles or something like that.
well, I mean, what do you expect from a guy in the '70s
Yeah.
making next to no money? And
Yeah.
this place could be abandoned for all we know. I mean, we don't see any other cars, and there's nobody else around this building.
Squatting there.
Could be, you never know. But I think he actually asked her, "What do you think of the apartment?" She's like, "It's nice. It's nice." So this is kind of where it goes back to her being so shy, and I feel like you can definitely see that she does like him, but at the same time she doesn't want to take it there.
Yeah.
And I think
Definitely an introvert and an extrovert.
yes,
Yeah,
and this is where they finally kiss. This one scene though, I was listening to another podcast, and they were the one guy was complaining about that he felt like
I know where you're going with
Rocky took advantage of Adrian, and the guy was saying, I just felt very uncomfortable about how he came on to her, and
Rocky
I'm
was
like,
a predator.
I'm like, come on, I don't
Really?
see that at all.
No.
Yeah.
I don't get those vibes at
No,
all.
not at all. I just thought it was a very sweet scene, and then
You're
literally-
talking about a girl who's like probably never been on a date in her life.
and she probably never would. She would probably be living with was
Polly.
Vicky.
She would have been a spinster.
I mean,
I think
Polly.
Polly says that to her. Do you gonna stay here and become a spinster or something like
Well, he does say something a little dirty. He's like, "You're just dried out." I'm like, wow.
that? Well, and I like we were talking about that before. We had a conversation about that. I don't see he's just that's just his personality, and he's outgoing and he talks the whole time, but he always would ask her. It was always her choice if she wanted to do anything.
Well, and also I feel like if she would have said no to him and pushed him off, he would have backed off and probably never
Yeah,
had anything to do with
I
her
wouldn't
ever
say he'd
again.
give up.
He's
but-
just that type of person.
Yeah.
I don't know, just like because he's like, I didn't want to hurt her, so I'm just gonna stay away.
yeah.
But I don't know. I just didn't. When I was because it was on another podcast and I was listening to it, I was like, I don't agree with that. At all.
Yeah, I don't get those vibes at all.
So, all right. Scene 3.
Do it.
Sure.
Okay. At the gym, Rocky receives a note from Mickey saying Apollo Creed wants to hire him as a sparring partner. Apollo wants to fight Rocky, and Rocky agrees to fight him for the heavyweight championship. Mickey convinces Rocky to hire a manager. So I thought it was I think maybe this wasn't seen. I'll bring it up later. But I thought it was cool where Rocky, he thinks he's just going there to be sparring, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll do sparring. That's no problem. Yeah." And
Automatically, it's how he sees himself, and how Mickey sees him, and everybody else there. They don't see Rocky as any more than just somebody a punching bag.
right. Well, and I thought it was funny when he went to the secretary at the Apollo Creed's manager's building. He wanted to keep the note. She gave him the note to show that he had an appointment, and he's like, "Can I have that back?"
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, yeah." And then he goes in there and talks to Apollo Creed's manager, and he's like, "No, we don't want you as a sparring partner. We want you to fight Apollo for the heavyweight championship." And Rocky's like, "I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to turn you down because he doesn't think he's
Good enough.
for that."
Yeah.
I thought that was I thought that was a very powerful scene when he said, "No, I'm gonna have to turn you down."
And at that point, he's not.
Yeah.
No.
He's got to go through
Apollo
a serious
would've killed him.
transformation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, he would have. So he agrees to it, and I do love the scene where there's a scene where they announce it on TV. Apollo's there, and they want to announce it that his next fight is with this newcomer, the Italian Stallion.
A local boy from right here in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
That's the way.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. And spoiler, this is probably one of my favorite scenes when, earlier Mickey, they call it bagging. They don't give Rocky a locker in the gym anymore.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, when Mickey finds out that they're really wanting Rocky to fight for the championship, all of a sudden, this is when Mickey shows up at Rocky's door
Yeah.
and knocks on it. I thought this was that whole scene from where he goes up the stairs and that they're between the two. I thought that was really good.
Yeah, I mean, like, because pretty much Rocky's like, he's pretty much just saying, "What are you doing here?
Yeah,
Like, why are you coming to me now? You never paid attention to me before.
you didn't want to help me before. Why help me now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is also a good point in the movie where I think it really resonates with the audience because, yes, it's the ultimate underdog story, but everybody's always thought, if I could just have one opportunity, if I could just have the chance
yeah,
to go out there and achieve my dream. I don't have the money, or I don't have the talent, or I don't have whatever, the looks to do it. But if I was just given a chance, and Rocky is given the chance.
Yeah.
yeah.
And what strikes? Fear.
He's reluctant. Yeah,
Yeah. Which is so relatable because we have this idea in our minds of what we want to do and be, and yet with the opportunity comes, do we have the guts to seize it or
yeah.
not?
How would I respond in this situation?
Yeah.
yeah,
So I love it.
Yeah, well, and I think in this whole scene, while Mickey's trying to convince Rocky he's like, "You need a trainer." I did love the fact that I knew what he meant, but at the same time, he wasn't saying, "Pick me as your trainer, pick me as your trainer." He's saying, "You just need a trainer."
Yeah.
So I almost feel like Mickey at the same time would have been okay if he would have actually got a trainer, as long as he would have had a trainer, because he knows Rocky is not ready for this fight.
yeah. And this is also the 180-degree turning point of the movie.
Well, and I think this is also where we see Mickey actually, he's kind of telling what he's been through. Like when he was younger and coming up being a trainer. And I think, but I don't know. I thought that was a very good scene. And the whole time, well, not the whole time, he's playing darts. He's throwing darts at the bathroom door.
Yeah, she's trying to blow him off.
Just blow him off. And
Yeah.
then he goes into the bathroom the whole time. And then Mickey's just still trying to talk to him through the bathroom. But he just doesn't want to hear him. And then this is where we see Mickey leaves and Rocky opens the door. Or no, I think he's banging on the door saying, "Why now? Why are you talking to me now?" He starts going off. And then that's when Rocky runs out of the building and you see Mickey walking down the street.
Yeah.
And he
He's like,
agrees.
"Why you want anything to do with me now? Just because I get in the shot? You think
Yeah.
I'm a bum? I'm a
Yeah.
bum."
And that's when he goes over there, and you don't hear any dialogue, but you go over there, you see him shaking Mickey's hand, and I guess agreeing to bring him on as his trainer.
Yeah.
It's a really cool scene. I think that's it about it for that scene. Just going 1 second back, when we see it on the TV, them announcing the fight and everything, you see Rocky, Adrian, and Paulie watching it, and Rocky is just like, he's excited, But then he reveals the whole thing of what is it? It's something that bothered him that they said, I think. But he doesn't reveal it till he walks outside to Adrian that whatever that was actually really bothered me of what they said. I can't. I can't.
I can't remember the phrase, but he was trying to be. It was he was trying to make a belittling comment.
Yeah,
backhanded comment, kind of.
Yeah. Did you notice during that TV appearance, Rocky gets mad at them right at the end of it when they pull him off screen. I don't know if you noticed it, but like they say something to him. And they're like, "Oh no, it's gonna be this and this," and he's like, "What?" And they have to pull him off screen. I don't know if you noticed that.
When they're at the press table.
Yeah. I don't know. I just thought it was a cool scene. You guys got anything else for that one? You gonna move on?
Let's go.
Moving on.
Okay. Scene 4. Rocky wakes up at 6 a.m. The next morning, he eats 5 raw eggs and runs through Philadelphia. Paulie has reporters interview and film Rocky training by punching raw meat. Mickey continues training Rocky. The night before the fight, Rocky visits the arena.
The egg scene.
Yep. This whole part of the movie is so unforgettable.
Yeah.
The whole training. Mickey has so many one-liners during the training sequences. This is also where you get the chicken chasing scene. I want you to try and chase this little chicken.
I won't be out here looking stupid, you know.
Well, this is where we kind of just see something that we've never really seen before, somebody punching meat.
Yeah.
And I do love the fact that
I don't know where that idea came from, but it was so brilliant to put it in the movie that way. And this is where Paulie works at the meat packing.
Yeah.
I think to me that scene stemmed from him telling Paulie, "You better quit giving Adrian such a hard time because you're pushing my buttons."
Oh, that's right. Yeah. It's like right before they walk into the building where the news reporters are.
Because he said something about her being stupid or she's made like a mentally handicapped comment.
Yeah.
And that's when Rocky's staring at Paulie, punching that side of beef.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do love the fact that Paulie is always trying to make a dime. He's trying to find any way he possibly can to try to make some money. So he's trying to get all these reporters and I do love the fact that they actually show this on TV and Apollo's trainer is watching this whole thing.
Yeah, and he's kind of getting scared a little bit.
Yeah, he's like, Creed, come over here. Look at this. And he's just like, I'm good. And he's like, you need to check this out.
He doesn't have no concern for training. He's already at the top.
He's trying to promote is what he's trying to do.
And I thought if you listen to when the sound effects they do, they put some bone cracking in there, which I thought was just brilliant.
Well, and I guess you could say is hitting meat is like, it's like hitting a real person.
Absolutely. The ribs of yeah.
I mean, I've never boxed before, so I can't really tell you what it feels like. But I thought that was a very cool scene because pretty much the reporters, they're like, show us what do you do for training? And then all of a sudden he's like, all right, and I do love like that. Paulie was in the background. He kept on sticking his head out, and they're like, hey, get that guy out of there.
And then at the very end of it, I thought it was a brilliant idea too. The reporter grabs his hands,
yes,
and they're taped up and they're all bloody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool too.
Yeah. That was a kind of a brilliant little move there.
So I think it's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It's the scene where pretty much Mickey is telling Rocky that. Well, I guess we already talked about it. Never mind. I was gonna say about the scene where how he really feels, and Rocky's just like, I don't think I'm good enough, and
it's a waste of life.
Yeah,
he says something like that.
Yeah. His motivational way.
So Rocky goes to the arena. This is literally the night before the big fight. And the one thing I thought was so funny, he walks in the arena and he looks up and you can see like two posters, like two
Super fight.
Super fight.
And The problem that Rocky has is his shorts are the wrong color.
Yeah.
It's supposed to. What is it supposed to be? White on red, but it's red
On white. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be red with a white stripe instead of white with a red stripe. Yeah.
He's like, my shorts are wrong. He tells like the promoter at the arena or whatever. He's my shorts are wrong. He's like, nobody's gonna really care.
No, don't worry about it.
Nobody's gonna really care.
I mean, it still hadn't really hit him.
No.
What's going on?
I think he's at that point where he's getting really nervous. Like he's like, it's time. So he goes back to his apartment. Adrian moved in already. So because she got sick of Polly.
Yeah.
I think that was right after the Christmas fight.
Yeah.
And so she decided to move in with Rocky. Well, she's sleeping on the bed. He comes home and she's like, What's wrong? Where have you been? And he's like, I don't think I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, What are you talking about? I can't do this. And he just like he just totally starts doubting himself the whole time.
Yeah. He's like, this guy, he's the champ of the world.
Yeah. And he's like, does he say I don't think I can go the distance now?
Yeah, that's where you get the distance speech.
Yeah. And it's a very cool, it's a very good scene.
Nobody owes nobody nothing.
Yeah, that's when he's like, if I could just go. I forget he said that
If I could just go the distance,
yeah, he
I would
makes a
prove to
statement
myself.
nobody's ever went past.
Yeah, nobody's ever
rounds
gone the
with him.
distance before with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I could just do that, I could show that I'm not a nobody.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just going back for a second, what's the point of eating 5 raw eggs?
Protein.
Pure protein, bro.
Protein.
These were in the days before protein shakes.
Yeah, protein powder.
Protein
yeah.
powder.
Chickens crapped it out, you know. He really did swallow those.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, you can tell. Yeah, you can definitely.
I couldn't imagine swallowing 5 eggs and trying to go running. Derrick, you're
No.
you're
He's like, no,
No.
not at all.
exercise
Ain't
guy in
doing
this
it.
group.
give me a fried egg or give me a scrambled egg, but not raw.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing about it is you skip the butter and the grease. You know, just put it right in the gut.
I can't remember if Burgess Meredith says it in this movie or it's in Rocky 2, but he says something like, You're gonna eat lightning and crap thunder or something like that.
I think he says it in both of
I
them.
think he says it in both of them. Yeah.
I do love the whole run through Philadelphia. You know, we talked about it in our trivia section, but I do love the fact that he's just running, he's just enjoying himself. The first time he runs up those stairs, though, it about kills him. He's just like,
Yeah, he barely makes it. Yeah.
I mean, so that tells you right there he trains, but not trains like that.
That scene was actually at the end of his first start back at training.
Okay.
And before he visits the arena, when he runs up at the end, that's when he does the jump.
Yeah.
And he's like, he made it, and he's still breathing.
Yeah.
This is a trope of the entire Rocky series is the training montage.
Oh, yeah.
Because every film in the series
Yeah.
has that, and you don't feel like it's a real Rocky movie
Until you see
until
it.
you've seen the training montage.
Would you say this is the first of its kind?
It's got to be.
I mean,
I can't. You think of a sports movie before this, or a boxing movie before this? I think Rocky starts it, and every action movie in the '80s has the preparation montage.
Yeah.
Like Commando's got it.
that's like a standard. If it
You
doesn't,
know,
it's wrong.
Rambo. The later Rambo movies definitely
Predator.
have it. Predator's got it. This becomes a
everything.
staple of a lot of
Yeah, you see
the
the switch
action
flip.
movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought it was during the montages when it leads right before Rocky walks in the arena. It even starts showing. Starts showing Apollo, and you know Apollo was the one. He had the picture of Rocky on his bathroom mirror, and that's what changed after that. Rocky he started doing it in all his other fights and stuff.
Yeah.
But Apollo's the one that did it first.
So, let me ask you guys this. Like I said, it's been such a long time since I've seen the other ones, and actually, it's been a while since I've seen the fourth one as well. Because I actually bought Derrick. I think you told me about it too. I bought the entire 6 movies on Blu-ray. I got it for like $20 on Blu-ray on Amazon. But so I need to go back and watch all of them. Is there in every movie? Is there a scene like this where you see the two fighters, it goes back and forth of them doing their own training. Is it in every single movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And
I do remember
and the
in
different ways they do it.
Because I remember in the fourth one, it was,
They really draw it out in number 4.
really well. He was out in the woods running and lifting up logs and all that stuff.
Yeah, in part 3 when Mr. T, it
B.A.
did that too.
Baracus.
Yeah. It showed, and it showed from the fact it flipped because once
He's Clubber Lang.
Clubber Lang,
Yeah.
he beats Rocky, but the only way he beats Rocky because he was distracted by the fame, and that's the same time when Mickey dies,
right?
And it shows, and then it shows Rocky start from the bottom training again,
Yeah.
to come back to fight him again.
Well, because I remember in the fourth one, Drago, he had all this like future
high tech, Rocky's old school,
training him on a treadmill,
Yeah.
and while Rocky's running up through the woods,
picking up rocks,
and logs, and climbing ropes, and
But that
got a big old beard.
That was a direct shot at Arnold from Commando.
Yeah.
The log. I mean, these two guys were going at
Feeding a deer
Well,
with Alyssa Milano.
Yeah. Have you guys ever seen that interview with Stallone and Schwarzenegger talking about Schwarzenegger admits it was him. He said it was his ego
antagonizing. Oh yeah,
that was the reason for this whole battle between the two.
Yeah,
he said it wasn't Stallone, it was me. He was like, I wanted to try to go the distance, basically.
They battled, and we were the beneficiaries.
Yes, we were.
Absolutely.
All right, final scene, guys.
Let's go.
All right. Fight night. As Rocky enters the ring, Apollo entertains the crowd. The fight begins. Rocky knocks Apollo down, but Apollo retaliates. I can't say that word. Rocky perseveres, but after 15 rounds, Apollo wins. Adrian and Rocky express their love for each other. So I do love the fact that when Rocky was walking down towards the ring, it was very simple. I don't even know if there was any. There might have been some music playing, but it was very simple.
It was him and Mickey talking about his robe.
Yeah, and
hey, it's a really nice robe here.
The meat packing place on the back of his
robe. He
robe.
told Mickey he could make some money.
Yeah,
so he was putting that meat packing thing on the back of his shirt and everything. Just a walking billboard.
Well, I think even what is it? What's Mickey? I think even Mickey mentions, he's like, "What the heck is that? Why is that on your back?" So, we see Rocky. He gets in the ring and everything, and then all of a sudden the show starts.
Oh yeah,
Apollo. He starts the show right there. Just.
The lights dim. It's like the beginning of a rock concert.
Well, he comes out. He's dressed as, what is it, Uncle Sam? He's dressed as Uncle Sam, and isn't he throwing money? Isn't he like throwing change or something?
I can't remember what he was throwing. Was it money?
I feel like it was like he was throwing.
That's the Joker.
I don't know what, but yeah, he was
Money.
This is where the joke got. I feel like he was like throwing like nickels or something or pennies. I don't know.
Changing people.
Just, but I really love the scene and just how he's just bright,
larger than life character that he's built.
Life. Yes, I love that. So fight begins, and I feel like Apollo's kind of just toying around with him.
Yeah, just going through the motions.
Yeah. And then I think he gets shocked when finally Rocky just knocks him down.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
There's a great moment in the fight when he bloodies his nose and they go back to the corner and Burgess Meredith is like, "Your nose is broken." And Rocky's like, "That's an improvement."
Yeah, because he was that was one of the lines from earlier. Rocky never had his nose broke.
Yeah.
I forget how many, 58 fights or something like that. And Apollo broke it.
Well, and I was when I was watched the movie just last week, I was telling Doug, I said the makeup they had to put on Apollo Creed. I was like, man, his face looked like hamburger by near the end of the fight. It was just so messed up. I was like, man, the makeup for them having no money, Makeup was really good in this.
They don't tell them what kind of
So
stuff
the
they
way,
glued on 'em.
the whole way that the fight is shot is great. You feel it. It has a emotion to it. I think this movie sort of sets the tone for sports movies coming
Yeah.
afterward, because there's such a realism. I know that, okay, yeah, a 15-round fight, and they go crazy with it, especially like later on in the series with some of the fighting. But I think that was one thing that really shocked people, maybe when they saw it for the first time. Like, wow, they're really hitting each other. It's real sweat. Like it does its job by bringing you into it.
Yeah.
And
Well, and I think even Apollo was shocked by it too, because I don't think he'd ever gone 15 rounds without actually knocking somebody out.
You could tell he even played himself as being a lot more winded.
Yeah.
And because I think it was he said, I'm going to knock this bum out in the first round. And he would always do that wind up. He was telling me, here it comes.
Yeah.
Here it comes. That was definitely Muhammad Ali.
Oh,
yeah.
And
yeah.
So, did you guys notice? It's nothing I'm saying bad about the movie, but because they just didn't have the money. Did you notice how dark it was in the arena?
Yeah.
Because they had no extras.
No
They
people
literally
there.
the only extras they had was when they were first walking into the arena, like you saw them on the sides. But if you watch the match, it's pitch black and you don't see anybody like around them at all.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have the money to hire extras to fill that arena.
And it works because everybody's focused on
Yeah.
the ring anyway.
Exactly. Yeah. I thought that was really cool. I was like, there's like nobody in this arena.
And then
right
how many times, like nowadays, a boxing match, if a boxer gets knocked down so many times, they call it. But Rocky gets knocked down
Yeah.
like 5 or 6 times until he finally flips the switch and said, I ain't going down no more.
Okay, let me ask you guys this. Would you say this series, or even let's just say this movie, made boxing even more popular for the everyday man? Like,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It
Yeah.
brought it to the masses.
Well, at this time, 1976, Muhammad Ali is pretty much done in his career. Mike Tyson hasn't emerged
on the
yet.
scene yet.
And so boxing was kind of in. Maybe George Foreman is still a force at this time.
yeah.
Boxing used to be huge. It's not nearly as big as what it used to be.
I almost feel like now it's like nothing because like UFC takes over everything.
Yeah, it's all mixed martial arts stuff now.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a boxing aficionado. I don't guess I know enough about it, but I know that as a kid, I watched this, and after I watched it, I was like, I want a set of boxing gloves.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's yeah. I mean, it does have that effect. It's inspiring. I don't know what it did for the sport of boxing as a whole, but definitely couldn't have hurt it.
No.
It was like the way Top Gun affected, Air Force
Well, yeah.
recruits.
yeah,
Everybody
made
wanted to
people-
be a fighter pilot
A
after that.
spike in people enlisting.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
So, have you guys ever seen them? I know you have, but Derek, have you ever seen the movie Real Steel with Hugh Jackman, where the robots are fighting each other?
Yes.
Okay, so I watched that just the other day. If you go back and watch that, it is Rocky. It is exactly Rocky.
Just in
Because-
robots.
But yeah, just in robots. I mean, he's the underdog robot. He goes and he gets the opportunity to go fight the champion, which is a big huge guy.
black
Yeah.
robot. So
Yeah.
it isn't
Think
it
about
isn't a
this.
coincidence that the Real Steel Adam is old beat up junkie, and then when they bring in the shiny black robot, which
Zeus.
is Zeus.
Yeah, his name is
it's like-
Zeus.
Think about this. Rocky is so powerful in its story and its presentation. Every boxing movie from now on that's ever made is going to be compared to Rocky.
Yeah.
I mean, in the story,
Yeah.
how do you make another boxing movie and it not tell the Rocky story?
Yeah.
Well, and I also noticed another thing in that they took from this is he didn't win the fight.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that ending.
Well, I was gonna say in Real Steel he didn't win the fight. Zeus
Yeah.
won, but because of the punches, right? Because he
Yeah.
he had too many punches, so that's how he won the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Just like in this.
Yeah.
It was what was a split? What's it called? A split decision.
Split decision.
Yeah.
I love the fact that Rocky doesn't win.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if there was a lot of people that didn't catch that at first because all you hear is the announcer in the background because all the focus changed to Rocky standing in the ring hollering for Adrian.
Mm-hmm. I did it.
I did it. And then you hear it's a split decision, and then it goes, and still the heavyweight champion. You're like, okay.
So I think that reinforces the underdog theme even more, in that Rocky was successful,
He did what he wanted.
not in winning the title, but in just proving
He went the distance.
that he could do what nobody thought he could do.
Yeah,
And he made it further than what anybody expected. So, and it doesn't follow the typical Hollywood trope, where the good guy wins in the end, or the main character wins in the end. So I think it makes it even that more timeless.
Yeah.
And other sports movies have followed with that. Like if you've seen Friday Night Lights, the Permian Panthers, they make it all the way to the final game and then they lose.
Yeah.
And that's so realistic too in sports, because if you're a fan, I don't care, baseball, football, basketball, boxing, whatever, you experience a whole lot more losing than winning.
Oh, yeah.
And
Well, and I noticed also when they finally ring the final bell to stop, like literally Apollo and Rocky, like they like hug each other, and it's out of total respect right there.
Yeah.
And because I think it's still Apollo is still like shocked that this guy.
Well,
took
he
me this
says
far.
no, ain't gonna be no rematch.
Yeah,
He says it in the ring. Ain't gonna be no rematch.
until they realize how much money they can
Oh yeah, and what was that's what I'm saying at the beginning, and they totally played off of this final scene to lead right into 2. They're both in the hospital.
Right. So the thing is, Apollo Creed keeps the title,
Yeah.
yeah.
but Rocky wins the moral victory. He wins with the people.
Yeah,
The people's champion.
Yeah.
because right at the end, Rocky was pouring it on, and Apollo was about to go.
And you
down.
thinking, man, if there's one more round.
yeah,
Yep.
just 10 more seconds,
Yep.
which makes it awesome.
I do love the fact that when Adrian runs into the ring, what is it? Is it Paulie tries to run into the ring too, but that guy's like stopping him, like, "Who are you? No, you can't come in here." He's like, "Hey, watch the suit, watch the suit, watch the
And
suit."
then Paulie holds back the dudes to let Adrian.
Yeah. So she runs up there and she basically just flat out tells him, "Rocky, I love you,"
I love you too.
and he is just like hamburger right here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It's just gone. And he is just like nasty, sweaty, and she just loves on him. And then I was telling Doug, I was kind of, like I said, it's been so long since I've seen it, just ends.
Yeah.
It doesn't like,
There's no post
No, I
loot
mean,
or
like
anything.
there's nothing like them zooming out or nothing.
Yeah.
It just ends.
It's like I love you too.
Oh,
Credit.
We only have that much money.
Yeah.
It's done. We can't film
That's
anymore.
right now.
That's probably true. They were probably like, "Hey guys, we got about 15 more seconds of film left. We gotta hurry up. We gotta hurry up." Which is probably true. I mean, all right. You guys got anything else for the final scene?
That's it.
All right. All right. Let's do our favorite category of
Did not know that.
after producers, is it Irwin Winkler and Robert Chartoff became interested in the script, they offered Stallone an unprecedented $350,000 for the rights. He had $106 in the bank and no car and was trying to sell his dog because he couldn't afford to feed him. But he refused to sell unless they agreed to allow him to star in the film. They agreed on the condition that Stallone continue to work as a writer without a fee and that he work as an actor for scale. After Winkler and Chartoff purchased the film, they took it to United Artists, which I don't even think they're around anymore, who envisioned a budget of $2 million with an established star. And here's some of the stars they were wanting to get: Robert Redford, Ryan O'Neal, Burt Reynolds, Nick Nolte, and James Caan. I could have seen James Caan boxing. I could have seen that. I don't know if I could have seen him in the rest of the movie though.
Yeah.
When Winkler and Chartoff told United Artists they could only get the screenplay if Stallone starred, United Artists cut the budget to $1 million, and Chartoff and Winkler signed an agreement that they would be personally liable if the film went over budget. The final film cost was $1.1 million. Chartoff and Winkler mortgaged their house for the last $100,000.
Wow.
So that's why it says it's only like $960 or whatever.
Yeah.
So they actually mortgaged their house just to get that last little bit of budget.
I'm sure they paid their house off after this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but you can't imagine anybody else playing this role except
No.
Sylvester Stallone. I mean, he is Rocky all the way down to the speech.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I
just
can't see anybody else playing Marty McFly.
Yeah.
Or, there's
you tell me
typecast characters.
you wouldn't want to see James Caan playing Marty McFly?
No.
Eric Stoltz,
Eric
wasn't that the
Stoltz?
guy that they
Yeah.
originally cast in that role?
I don't.
It just looked, and the footage from that just looks weird. Like it looks dark. Like it could have been a dark movie.
I'd say this movie has perfect casting.
Yeah.
You can't imagine anybody else playing these roles.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to our final category.
Say hello to my little friend. Let's not play baseball.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Pizza. Dinner thing. Chicago.
Illinois Nazis. I hate Illinois Nazis.
All right, Doug, do you want to give your number one quote?
How it's hard to pick a quote from because all the series quotes kind of bleed into your mind as probably favorite quote. I'd say probably Mickey for this movie when Mickey called Rocky a bum. Cause that kind of you're just a bum. You ain't never gonna be anything but a bum. That's probably that stands out the most to me.
Yeah. Derrick, what about you? Number one quote.
So my favorite quote is also a Mickey quote, and I know this is probably going to offend a lot of women, but it's the one where he says, "Women weaken legs."
Oh my God, that's
And that whole thing that still lives on today.
That, and I also love I love the quote where Rocky says, "Nobody owes nobody nothing."
I was trying to look the quote up, but okay. So I'm just going to read it real quick. It says, "I've been coming here for 6 years, and for 6 years you've been sticking it to me, and I want to know how come." This is what I was talking about. I just couldn't think exactly what they were saying. He said, "You want to know? I want to know how come. You want to know? I want to know how." Okay, I'm going to tell you. You had the talent to become a good fighter, but instead of that, you became a leg breaker to some cheap second-rate loan shark. It's a living. It's a waste of life.
Yeah, that's where that comes from. Yeah.
It's a waste of life.
I love that whole quote there. That's awesome. Derrick, what about best scene for you?
It's a training montage, man.
Yeah.
You can't top that. It's just so unforgettable, so inspiring. It's the perfect blend of music with the scene, and I mean, everybody sees that and is inspired and thinks, I can do this. I can be Rocky. Mm-hmm. It has that effect on you.
I'm going to go to Philadelphia and run up those steps.
Yeah.
Doug, what about you? Favorite scene?
I touched on earlier when Mickey comes back to Rocky trying to convince him to be a trainer.
In his apartment.
Yeah, the whole interaction right there.
Yeah, it's a great scene.
That was my favorite part.
I am going to say, I just had it in my head. I just had it in my head, and now I totally blanked on it.
It's a good thing you can edit this part out.
Yeah. Edit out the brain fart.
I just had it. Okay, I don't know. I'm just gonna say
The whole movie.
the whole movie.
Is
I had it in my head. I can't believe I just totally forgot about it.
It'll hit you again in a second.
Okay, Doug, what about favorite character for you?
Favorite character in the
I got it. It just
Okay.
popped back.
Do it.
The whole him punching the meat scene, the where they were interviewing,
Oh yeah.
interviewing him, and then they wanted to see what it's like for him to train and all that stuff. That whole scene right there. Sorry, Doug. Go ahead.
Oh, you're good. Mickey.
Mickey. Mm-hmm. Derrick, favorite character?
It's got to be Rocky.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as I love Mickey and his gravelly voice, and you know, he's just an old crotchety man. Mm-hmm. Rocky is just such an iconic hero.
Yeah.
He's the ultimate underdog.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm going to give an honorable mention to Apollo Creed. I thought even though his screen time is very short in the movie, it's because Rocky. It's about Rocky, but I you know what? I'm going to say Apollo Creed. He's my favorite character in the movie.
There you go. I would agree with that.
I thought he was really good in this movie. I like him as an actor anyways.
Yeah.
He's good. Okay. Hey everyone, if you're enjoying this podcast, please make sure to follow us on your preferred podcast app, such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and we're also available on YouTube. We really appreciate it if you could leave us a review and give us a 5-star rating. If you particularly enjoy an episode, feel free to share it with a friend. All right, so let's do our closing. All right, Doug, let's start with you. If you want to give your final thoughts and score out of 5 on this movie.
My final thoughts. This movie, okay, it to me, it's not the best of the series, but it's a movie that had to happen so you would be invested in these characters. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna say it's not perfect, but I'm going to say 3.5.
3.5? Okay. Derrick, score and final thoughts?
So, as I mentioned earlier, Rocky IV is my favorite out of the series. Mm-hmm. And I think Rocky IV is just most rewatchable, most hilarious, most iconic. I love this movie. I think it has a ton of heart. Mm-hmm. The acting is fantastic. The character development is awesome. I mean, Sylvester Stallone created a character that is timeless. And as I said earlier, every boxing movie that will be made from here on out is going to be compared to Rocky. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is the script. How do you improve on this story? You can't. It's timeless, and it has inspired people from all over the world. Like I said, you go to the steps at the art museum, and it's impacted millions of people.
It's still doing it.
Yeah. The movie does have some slowdown, which was mentioned earlier in some of the reviewing. So it does have some points where it sort of drags a little bit. However, I don't think it detracts to the point to where you want to hit the fast forward button or anything like that.
No.
I think this movie is lightning in a bottle. I think it's timeless. It's one of the greatest sports movies, if not the greatest sports movie of all time. So I'm going to give it pretty high. I'm going to go 4.8.
No.
Yeah. It's a fantastic, man. There's so much here to love.
So this is like the first time I've seen this movie in like forever. So it was at the point where I honestly didn't even really remember most of it. Like I could tell you scenes of part 4. We've all talked about part 4, just from total memory. But this one, like I said, since I probably only saw it one time, I didn't really remember it. And I was like kind of shocked on how like low budget. I know it was low budget, but like how like the guerrilla style of this movie was. It literally did feel like we went out there and took our phones and filmed a movie. I mean, it was like so low budget. I was kind of taken back by that. But the movie, Derek, I agree with you saying it has a lot of heart to it. I do like Rocky's character. It goes back to it's definitely not my favorite. I mean, 4. Well, maybe eventually we'll do 4 down the road. But I'm gonna give this a 4. I think it's one of those like up there, close to being a perfect movie, but it's just not quite there for me. I know a lot of people love this movie. It's like it's a love letter to them, but I'm just gonna give it a 4 myself.
Do you guys think that if they could have you think it's the runtime that made the little bit of the lag? It'd be hard to figure out where they could trim it up that wouldn't detract from the story.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where they could. I mean, the movie is only 2 hours long.
Yeah.
I know, but it's just like, I don't.
But in an era of 88-minute,
Yeah, but
sports
in the 70s
flicks,
though,
yeah,
were movies. I don't even know how long movies really.
But if you don't have those slower scenes, the ice skating rink, some of these conversation scenes, you don't get the depth of character and you don't get the emotional investment.
Yeah,
I think if you trim some of that out, you lose the pathos.
I mean, I think the only areas that you could trim out, but then, like you said I think it would just kind of take away from the story is like his scenes of him, trying to get money for
Yeah.
I think that would be the only scenes for me, but it's just like at the same time, I think that would take away from the story.
Yeah.
So I can't really think of, and you wouldn't want to take scenes away from the him and Adrian.
Yeah. Even though personally, I'm gonna rewatch like Rocky 4 more than Rocky 1.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give Rocky 4 a 4.8.
yeah.
It's kind of a weird thing.
I have to watch it again. That's how I'm going to look at it. I'm going to have to watch it again because, like I said, it's been a long time. It's probably been 10 or 15
They're just they're completely different movies.
Well, which one got you pumped up more?
Well,
it would. You could give 4 a 5 probably after watching that montage through the end of it. You was ready to go.
Yeah.
All right. So after our combined scores, that came out to a 4.1. So that's pretty good. I mean, that's actually kind of
right there where the tomato meter is for critic score.
Yeah. So, all right, you guys got anything else? Let's close it out. That's all for today's episode, folks. We hope you enjoyed our 15 rounds of 1976's Rocky. Join us next time on Video Rental as we tackle another classic movie. Until then, stay cinematic and remember, you're going to eat lightning and you're going to crap thunder.
That's kind of low for Rocky. Come on.
Well, I mean.